That is crazy.
Yep.
All right, I'm just Simba. You can stay there. I'm doing my promotional snap thing. How I always do with everybody that's going to podcast. You can either look away. It's whatever you want to do. I'm just making everybody get comfortable. I'm like, that's all I have it. Simba, what are you looking at? What are you looking at? What are you looking at the ground? I don't know. That was a pretty good picture, but I always post my YouTube and then I'm like, get ready. I'm about to go live. I'm actually getting ready to go
posing.
live now.
You posing. I should have sucked it in, huh? I ain't sucked my... I'm not done yet? Okay.
I can take another one if I need to. It's up to you. I'm just promoting all this stuff. Let me do it again. I'll let you.
Oh, you good. You good. Hey, you so special. You literally are spoiled.
I tell everybody that. They don't want to hear it, though.
No, I mean, this right here, he's like, I didn't say you could stop petting me. Excuse me. Continue, thank you. Tap, 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 huh? Oh, you sweet. You make me want to get a dog. But I just don't want to pick up doggy shit. I don't want to. All right, I'm going to stop petting you now. Actually, maybe I'll pet you. You're like emotional support dog.
Basically, I wish I could.
You can. You could do it online.
I will try to. I just got to figure out how exactly I want to do it. If you need to charge your phone, you can charge your phone there.
Is he half pit?
He's an American Staffordshire Terrier, probably mixed with something else. Not sure exactly. He looked a little.
He looked a little bully.
If you look up a Staffordshire, he looks just like a Staffordshire. But I don't know what else he could be mixed with. I have no idea. No idea at all.
I don't know how you could be scared of dogs if you haven't been bit. If you've been bit by a dog, all right.
It makes sense.
Fear is a little justified. But if you ain't ever been bit, like, what's the point of being scared?
And most of them are sweet. That be shying away from them when I'm like, a German Shepherd would do twice as much.
Oh, they don't sit still.
Yeah, and a German Shepherd's mouth is bigger. Like, it's sharper.
It is very long.
It's very long. Like, you get snapped at, they gon' grip.
But they got these wide heads and these wide necks that are intimidating looking. Yeah. A German Shepherd's face is not intimidating. His behavior is intimidating.
Until you see his hair stand up. You're not going to see his hair stand
that's
up.
True.
When you see a long wolf's hair stand up.
But like this football neck right here is what is scary.
So you smile again when you grab your neck. See, smiling? This dude.
You go football neck. He got foot. They go put you on a football field. Give you a helmet.
True, I would too.
So you play football in college?
Football in college.
That's what's up. You didn't want to do it anymore? That was it? Or
just the circumstances on how it turned out.
Dang. Where'd you play?
At Akron.
Okay.
Yeah, I was at Akron.
What year?
I came in spring of 2015 and graduated 2019.
Okay. Dang, we was there at the same time.
So I was basically considered a gray shirt. So a gray shirt is you don't pay for as soon as you come out of high school. Or you don't, pretty much you have to pay if you want to, or you can wait a semester and come in the next semester. I was like, no, paying for school, who's paying? That's the reason why scholarship is there. So I waited, came in the spring. So I was a freshman, so I had 5 years of school to play for 4.
That's crazy.
Weird. It's a whole weird thing. So I basically could have had 5 or 6 years to play football like other dudes did, but I just didn't want to. I don't know. I don't even know the right word.
What position did you play?
I was an outside linebacker.
Okay. I don't really know anything about football. Don't be confused by the masculine appearance.
Defense is, I was on defense. So I was on the big dudes in the front, and I was behind them big dudes.
Got it. Yeah. Nobody in my family played football. My dad was into baseball and basketball. My brother played basketball. I played basketball and softball.
Let me save this too. But see, look, so you're already an athlete, so where did it go after that?
I played, man, honestly, I got pregnant my senior year in high school.
And that's kind of just stopped.
Man, we moved a lot. So I went to 3 different high schools. So after my sophomore year in high school, my junior year, I was ineligible. I started varsity my sophomore year, and then technically I should have been starting varsity my freshman year. I started varsity a couple of the games out of the season. Like a few of the games out of the season. Like, why am I starting varsity? Yeah. That was my freshman year.
Oh, snap.
And then sophomore year, we moved to Cleveland Heights from Maple Heights, and I started varsity. And then I would have started varsity, all 3 years if I stayed at Heights. But we moved again after my junior year. I was ineligible my junior year, so I couldn't play. And then my senior year, I was pregnant, so I couldn't play again. Yeah, tell you a disappointment. I probably could have got a Division I scholarship.
Ooh.
Yeah, pretty disappointing. Had my grades been better, probably would have been pretty guaranteed. But what do I know? I could be wrong. I mean, one of the girls that played on the team with me, she got a D1 scholarship. She was better than me, but
Do you think
she
so?
was she was a senior and I was a sophomore. So like,
Which you had 2 more years.
With 2 more years, like I can't. I could touch the rim in high school, but I couldn't dunk. I'm too short. I'm 5'5" 3/4. But the fact that I could touch the rim says a lot. So.
Oh my goodness, man.
I miss it though. I stopped playing too. Like I'm very competitive, and like when you play with like other competitive people, they're very serious. When you older, man, I ain't trying to get hurt. You know?
You're not gonna get hurt.
Oh yes, you are, because I'm very competitive. I want to win, so I'm out here playing hard. But I'm like, you ain't gonna be playing and clotheslining me and fouling me all hard because it's league basketball.
What is it that they got like that rugby or something now?
Oh, dude, people are crazy.
That's what you want to. Now you can play physical if you want to.
I would play. I played in this women's league, and the games I think were on Saturdays, and then my ex-husband is a pastor was a pastor at a church, music pastor. So I was on the praise and worship team too. So like we were at church every Sunday just by what my ex-husband did for a living. But like, are we live right now?
Yeah, we just been see, that's how smooth. I let it smooth. I let it go in so smooth you don't even know.
Definitely don't want to talk about that, dude. End of story.
Yeah, end of story.
Yeah, I stopped playing basketball a long time ago after getting injured in the women's league a couple times, and then you go to church the next Sunday and you covered in bruises, looking like a battered woman. Yeah, I'm like, this is from basketball yesterday, but why am I covered in bruises?
Because you was getting elbowed.
And it's like, we ain't going to the WNBA.
Why is it so much more physical in women's basketball? When I see
because we can't dunk.
I don't know if it's the dunk. I see y'all be hitting the ground so hard. They be fouling so hard.
Yeah.
Everybody be like, I'm like, that's a hack. You like, give me the ball.
Yeah, no.
I'm like, dang, and I'm like,
that wasn't me. I played by the rules. I definitely tried not to foul people, but that net, like, dude, I got clotheslined one time in a game. Oh my goodness, Lord have mercy. Like, but why though? But why? It's not. It's a foul.
I chipped my tooth in basketball.
I got called for a travel when I got clotheslined too. They called me for a travel, and I got taken off of my feet.
Taken off. What reference? They just probably trying to say just let them play.
You know how I be.
Let them play.
Yeah. Dude, one time I went up for a rebound and got elbowed in the nose by one of my own teammates. I come down and the coach is yelling at me to get back on defense. And I turned around and there was just blood all down the front of my shirt.
Get back on defense. Okay.
I mean, because it was to my back, so he ain't see me. So, like, once I got hit in the nose, like, I came down and I'm like, all right.
Back this up really quick.
The trainer thought it was funny, all them things that she stuck up my nose. Like, dang, I've never got that many in there.
Oh, those cotton balls.
Why you hating?
And stuff.
Trying to say I got a big nose? What's up with that?
Oh, my goodness. Well, you ready for this? Well, I'm glad y'all here. We're back with Elevate EP, and I got a guest who's excited to be here. About to have some fun. Talk about some stuff. We never got to talk about this topic before. A lot of things. And we have here India Inc. We can say, yeah.
What's up?
Now, I probably heard a little something. We're just letting her get warmed up. But we're here. We're good now. I told you I got some questions for you.
Well, fire away.
You said fire away? You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready. Let's do it.
The first one is nice and simple. How you got started with your business?
My business or tattooing?
Oh, let's start with tattooing.
All right. How did I get started with tattooing? About, I want to say maybe like 10 years ago.
Okay.
After I got divorced and life was kind of in flux. I was looking to make some changes. Mm-hmm. My sister was like, you should be a tattoo artist. And I thought she was absolutely crazy. But I completely forgot all about that. I did not become a tattoo artist. And then just before the pandemic began, I got laid off from work. Mm-hmm. And I was back in a situation in which I was trying to decide what the next move was going to be. Yeah. And I remembered, I started job hunting and I came across a posting for a tattoo apprenticeship. And I remembered what my sister said to me. And I think I probably laughed out loud like, this is kind of funny. I'm actually going to really consider this. Because I was looking for something that was in the field that I knew that I would excel in, as far as like, I know that I can draw. So I was looking for some creative work because, I want to be indispensable. Like, I want my employable skills to be, you want to keep this talent around, I don't want to be easily laid off because you can replace me with, with the next guy.
What's the point of telling people putting 2 weeks in when you going to easily replace that spot?
Absolutely.
Easily replace that spot.
Seriously.
Now, did it start with art, though?
So I've been drawing since I was a kid, but I actually stopped drawing pretty much completely after high school. Just life, raising kids, being busy with life. I didn't really put any time or energy into making art until I started my tattoo apprenticeship, and then that was the beginning of me starting to draw all over again. It's been an awesome journey. Like, most of the drawings that you'll see like on my social media, all of that stuff has been since I started my apprenticeship in the last 3 years.
Wow. I didn't even know that. At first I was like, she was doing art or something. I can't remember. I was like, she's doing art, something.
I wish that I hadn't missed this like 20-year gap. Like, so much has changed with technology. I feel like I got a lot of catching up to do. So
as far as that art goes.
Yeah, for real. I mean, there's so many different mediums. There's so many different, especially like being able to do digital art. Like, that didn't exist when I was in high school. It did, like, on computers, but it didn't exist in the way that it does now.
Yeah. Oh,
it's so easily accessible for everybody.
That's funny. I got an art degree, and I don't even draw like I used to no more.
Why?
I used all my art and stuff into this.
This is art.
Yeah, that's how I turned it
visual.
all into all this stuff now. I'm like, ain't no more of this now. It's more of technology. Once I start seeing technology or doing stuff, putting all this stuff together, boom. I'm like, oh shoot, well,
it just flows.
Let me build my own car. So nah, see, then I go too far.
I think that same way though. I'd be like, man, if I could just make an electric car, I would never have to put gas in it ever again.
Solar panels on it.
Yes, all that.
Oh,
all
man,
that, never.
No more gas out of me.
Yes, I'm trying to put the gas company out of business. And that goes for East Dominion, Ohio Gas Company too. Forget them. Put them out of business. Sorry.
No, I'm like, that Elevate EP is experience perspective. You can talk and it's free.
It's a whole monopoly, but we ain't gonna talk about that today.
Yeah, you can express as much as you want to. But yeah, we're just gonna talk about your business and how. So is it true that you tell me the only, as far as I know, Black woman in Akron tattoo shop?
As far as I know, and correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty positive I have the only Black female-owned tattoo shop in Summit County. For sure, I'm unaware of any that are in Akron. I haven't been able to get the guy from the health department to give me a yes on that. But when he opened my shop, he was like, I'm pretty sure, and I've been doing this for 14 years or something like that. So, I'm going to take his word for it and say, I'm the only one. So prove me wrong. I'm happy to be proven wrong.
Proven wrong. Okay. That's what I'm saying. That's dope, though.
I love it. I'm excited. Dope. I want to create a space for more, not just Black female tattoo artists, but I just love the idea of having like majority female tattoo artists. It's always a different vibe. The tattoo industry is kind of full of a lot of misogyny and toxic masculinity. So, not saying that it's everywhere, but it's all over.
Knock some doors down. It's like, I'm going to just slide in here.
Yeah.
And y'all give me my little space. Thank you.
Yeah. I'm trying. I really do love it. I love what I do, and I love where my shop is.
Okay. That's what's up. Ooh, now I guess this next question. I wonder how you're going to feel about this one. This is going to be juicy.
Uh-oh.
We're going to get a little juicy. Make sure everybody relax and cool. So the question would be, what do you dislike in your field?
Ooh. Oh, man. Dang, I'm giving all my little secrets out. There's a bunch of things. One of the things that I really hate is when people hit me up and they're like, you tattoo? Like, I always wonder, like, how did you find me to message me? You're like literally messaging me on my tattoo page. Like, is this the question? I don't know. But
I know exactly what you mean.
I'm like, yeah, tattoo. Honest to gosh. I have this moment in which I'm like, where I have all these thoughts within myself, and then I respond with the most customer servicey
as you can
response as possible.
Yeah,
like, it's super happy.
Yeah.
Like, I have my moment to get all of my feelings out, and then I'm like, oh, absolutely, thank you for reaching out. Like, it is. Well, I mean, customer service is like ingrained in me. But I worked for Apple for a few years. So
I should get
customer
mad.
service
I
is
should get mad
fully ingrained in me.
I put my leg up. I should get mad about that. I was trying to get into Apple.
Oh, don't be mad
Oh.
now. I definitely was a part of a very large like hiring event, and they only hired like 6 people from that large hiring event. I don't even remember
you a
if it was that many.
genius?
I started off as a family room specialist, which they phased that position out now, but it was basically an iPhone tech. It was like mobile devices, iPads, iPhones, iPods. And then from there, I went into sales. And after sales, I was a Genius administrator for a little while. That actually was my favorite thing there. And then after that, after being a Genius admin, I was a trainer, which is called a creative.
What year was this?
Let's see, I left Apple in 2015. I was a creative when I left Apple.
Okay, so that was right. Okay, that I was like, I'd have been the plug. I'd have been like, this is who I need to contact. Whereas India, I think I applied. I think that was 2021.
Okay.
That's when I was trying to get in.
I've been gone from there. And then it was the pandemic too, so
Yeah.
that'd have been a little hard for you. Apple did good by their customers during the their employees during the pandemic though.
I was trying when I heard that they upped their wages and everything.
I mean, Apple's always up in their wages.
I was about as proper and as it can be as those interviews. It was crazy. I never did an interview with all the candidates at once. And I was like, I'm not even really intimidated. I was like, let's get it. What's the questions? And then when they
Your
asked the
personality definitely fits, but
yeah, they just, I don't know. I had the management interview with the other guy and I was answering the questions. The other guy was like, yeah, like Trayvonte said. And I was like, oh, I got this in the bag.
yo,
Now I see the email. Oh, my
man,
goodness.
where did you apply? Was it Summit?
Yep.
Well, we'll
Summit,
talk.
and then I was thinking about doing the other one. What's the other place? It's like north towards Beechwood.
Yeah, Eaton. That's where
Yeah,
I worked.
Eaton. That's
I
the
was
one
at the
I was
Legacy Village store, and then that one closed when they opened the Eaton store.
Yeah, I was
So-
going to do that one. And I was like, is that further or closer?
No, definitely further away.
Yeah, that's what I was
definitely
trying to decide.
further
I
away.
want to be closer, right?
But that store is nice though. Like that store is huge. If you
Oh,
haven't
I
been
didn't even
inside,
know. Nope, I
so
haven't
the
been inside.
the Eaton store was probably about the size of the Summit Mall store, and then or not Eaton, the Legacy Village store
Yeah.
probably about the size of the Summit Mall store.
Okay.
Summit Mall store might actually be a little bigger than that one. So they like doubled the size, if not more than that, in the new building, and I mean it is huge. It is huge. But still, it's a lot of beautiful people that work at both places. So I still know a bunch of people that work there.
Okay.
Some of the greatest experiences I've had, at least in my employment years. Nah, it worked for me.
Hey, that's actually, yeah, this networking stuff is fun.
It is. No, seriously, it definitely is. I was at a networking event the other day, and the mayor was speaking at that. So I got to talk to the new coming in mayor, Mr. Shamus. The superintendent of Akron Public Schools was there. I got to meet a bunch of people. It was pretty cool.
To see, nope, I don't think I know any of them. I need to see him, talk to him.
You definitely should.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
see how they vibe is.
Maybe you could bring your podcast to the marketplace somehow.
I'll do that. I'll bring the mentor interview, something. I'll bring it all.
That'd be cool. I mean, I could definitely. We'll talk.
Yeah.
We'll talk.
Cause I was like, I'll bring any and everything all to it. I'm like, all the stuff I'm designing and stuff, but I can explain all this. This is about her. This is what we're doing here, not me. This is I bring a guest onto my podcast.
Yeah, it's about everybody. Everybody wins.
Yeah.
Everybody wins.
When it's a collective. But then tell me the other part. So that was we talked about the business. Now let's talk about what was the other one?
Just my frustrations.
Yeah.
My frustrations. Well, definitely like when
personal.
what are my what's the question?
So it was, I asked you, what did I ask you? How'd you start your business? You was like, now my business or my...
Oh, right. So the other part of the first question. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, true story, right when the pandemic kind of started, I hadn't started tattooing yet. I was still like kind of deep in the not tattooing part of my apprenticeship. And then...
Oh, wait, so you only did this how long?
Oh, I've been tattooing for 3 years, just a little over 3 years. I graduated my apprenticeship, no lie, 4/20 of 2021. I wish it was 2020, to be honest. It would be so nice, 4/20, 2020. That'd be great, but it was 2021. So I haven't been tattooing very long. But strangely enough, I guess not so strangely enough, during that, I guess 2021, 2022, everybody had money.
Yeah.
Like money was flowing in like crazy. So it was like a really good year. And then the following year, like nobody was really spending money. So I felt really frustrated. And I was like at the verge of trying to decide whether or not I wanted to continue tattooing or just take a little bit of a break or a hiatus, because I was more stressed than anything. And being new to the industry, you really got to be kind of patient to build up your following and your clientele. Yeah. So because I'm a single parent and I have actual bills to pay that are real bills,
right.
It is, I don't have as much time to, spend 10 years becoming good at tattooing or spend 10 years building up my clientele. Like I need to be good right away, and I need to build up my client list as quickly as possible. So I was like at the cusp of saying, I'm done. And I had actually told the boss where I was working, like, I'm taking a break for a while. And no lie, the same day I told him I was taking a break, my ex, we were still together at the time, was like, you should take a look at this space at the Northside Marketplace. And I went to the Northside Marketplace and I looked at the space and I loved it. But it wasn't the space that I'm in now. It was smaller than the space that I have. And I loved it, but it presented some challenges, like putting a sink in would have required drilling through some concrete. So I said, let's find out how much that'll cost. I'll get back to you. And when I left, someone came in after me and took the space. And so he hit me up the next day and was like, hate to be the bearer of bad news, but that space isn't available anymore. But I have this other space. And I went to come look at the other space and I liked it even more than the last space. So he broke us.
Yeah, he did. Messing everything up. You think, I'm going to just come back real quick. Like, dude, you not.
My bad.
Dang.
Oh, it's all good. So I came back and looked at the other space and I was like, this is like perfect. And I didn't want to miss an opportunity to lose out on the spot. So like, I literally think I debated over it for about half a day. And I was like, I'm doing it. I'm just going to take a chance on me, because I don't think I've ever worked harder for anything in my life than I do for myself. Like the drive just isn't there. I am not a good employee. I mean, I am, but like the drive to exceed expectations, it's not there. I'm going to do what you hired me to do. Yeah. And I'll do a little bit more than that if I feel like doing more than that. Yeah. But other than that, I'm going to do what you hired me to do. I'm not about to be out here like brown nose and trying to be the favorite employee. I'm going to just do what you hired me to do to my best ability. My passion for it isn't going to be how it is when I'm doing my own thing. And I've never worked harder. I work longer hours. I work more. I'm exhausted, but it is so fulfilling. I have never made as much money as I make now. I'm not acting like I'm rich or anything like that. I'm just making more money than someone without a college degree was making before. Yeah. So I'm making more money than like I ever made working a job. I'm doing it with my own hands and my own talent. Like
I know that motivation gotta be
dude, it is. Roof. It is. And like being in a marketplace and just the environment and the community, it's like an ecosystem for small businesses. Like the support that you get. Justin Lepley, who owns Lepley & Co., the plant shop that's in there, he's the manager for the marketplace. I mean, just the massive amount of resources that he has sent in my way has been like just plugging me in and touching, helping me learn more things about running a business just with all of the resources in the community. It's insane. It's a lot out here that people don't even know about. That's free.
I believe it.
So.
Because I'm still out here.
I don't even know if I answered the question.
Maybe. I don't know. I'm just letting it sound like I just asked about the. That's like kind of how I got started opening the business. I really didn't put any thought into it other than I'm just going to do it. Like I literally just winged it and figured it out as I went along the way. The apprentice, as you became an apprentice?
Well, I had already graduated my apprenticeship by that time. So like I had been an artist for probably I graduated in 2021. So from 2021 April to 2022 April. And then November was my last day at the previous shop. And December is when I opened up my shop. I didn't waste any time. And I was terrified, but I did it anyway. And it has been insanely rewarding. Like I couldn't imagine doing anything else. It's crazy.
That's dope.
It's super dope. I've never in my life been this fulfilled with anything that I've done. And I've searched. People are like, you do everything. What can you not do? Oh my gosh, there's so much stuff I can't do. But the stuff that I do, I really give my all to it. I always tell people you can do anything you want to do if you are willing and patient. If you have the willingness, you have to be patient with yourself. Because it's not like you're going to pick it up the first time. And even if you do, it might not be perfect. And even if it is perfect, you might want to learn more about what you're doing. So, like, just be patient with yourself.
Stagnant with it.
Yeah, you just got to be patient, but you got to be willing. If you're not willing, you'll lose hope when things
do
are
get
difficult.
hard,
Yeah. So,
I know exactly what you mean.
yep.
Wow, that is so crazy. And then I think I scanned a QR code because they were talking about it was available spaces inside. I scanned the QR code on the window. I forgot. I think that might have been a couple months ago. I scanned the QR code, and I was like, "Can I bring some stuff in there?" I'm like, "Nope, you can't do that." I was like, "Don't backtrack." I was like, "Work what you're working with now." I was like, because I was trying to think ahead when I'm like, you can't even go at that point yet. You gotta like back up.
I mean, sometimes you got to take the leap of faith. A lot of times people are like, when I get my money right, wait till I get my money right. No, but like we're all on this conveyor belt, right? And at some point we're either going to make it to the end and fall off, or you fall off the side. But at some point your life is going to be over. What are you going to do with the time in between? But you keep waiting until you have money, or you waiting until tomorrow, or you're waiting until your situation is perfect. Not saying you should just like cold turkey quit like I do, but
Just boop.
but like there's a expiration date. Like we don't know when that is, man. You got to make the most out of every single day that you have. And if you got a dream, do it. Like don't waste any more time. There's ways that you can get started for free. In fact, like some of them resources that I was talking about, like if you got an aspiration to start a business, there's programs in downtown Akron for aspiring entrepreneurs where you can go take a I think it's like 11 weeks or something like that, like class in which they will teach you all about entrepreneurship and owning your own business. And the stuff is free. So there's so many resources in the community. Like even if you want it, like even if you don't have the resources right now, there's grants, there's all kinds of stuff. I'm not saying that I've done it all. Like I'm right now trying to.
I'm looking for those grants, just so y'all know.
So am I. There's so many places, especially for minorities, especially for women. You just got to look. The internet is full of them. Look in your area. Look outside of your area. I'm in the process. Like I'm applying for anything and everything because I want to grow the shop. You know.
Yeah.
So. This is what rich people do. They ask for help, you know?
They do, and they find these
They
grants.
really do. OPM.
These grants just be popping up on them. And it's like, okay, well, where they at then?
Well, because they got the money to hire grant writers. And then the grant writers help them get the grant. Because you need some, like these grant applications are like, it's not like name, address, phone number, email, how much money do you need? It's like all of that. And then it's like, what made you start your business? Yeah. What are the challenges? What are your profit and loss numbers? What is your cash flow? I mean, they want to know all of the things. And if you don't know the answers to those questions, you got to get them. Yeah. And you can't really apply for some of these things until you have the answers. But there's resources. I'll throw them out there. Akron Urban League has free resources. You can go to Akron Urban League. There's urban leagues in every city, major city. I'm pretty positive. They offer free resources for businesses. I don't think that they're mutually exclusive to being black, but particularly for brown folks. But like, yeah, the Akron Urban League has, they'll do counseling with you to help you put together a business plan, to help you with marketing plans and stuff like that. And it's free. You just don't know about it.
Nope.
Because of the marketplace, I found out about a lot of this stuff. So I'm like, I'm grateful for the place that I'm in. It's really just, it's an ecosystem of helping to grow small businesses to the next level.
This is the places you go and the people you meet.
Yep, really that's cool. How I met you.
Yeah, that's literally how I was. I was sitting in there for about an hour, maybe what was it, an hour, 2 hours, and then boom, it's like, oh, what's up? And my cousin up here. I'm like,
oh, so y'all weren't together? You just ran into each other there?
No, me and Alan, we went there. Me and Alan went there.
Oh, got you.
But then when we was standing there, he was like, yeah, man. He was like, I want to show you around. I got to show you some places. Then when we were still sitting there, that's when you popped up.
That's right.
Exactly when you popped up. And I was like, I got to get on a podcast. I was like, see, I got on a podcast. I
appreciate it. Seriously. I'm grateful for every opportunity to shove my business in people's faces.
Yeah, because this is going to be, I'm telling you, as far all these platforms where it's going to be at, and then where I'm going to put it on Instagram on top of that. It's going to be on YouTube. It's like, y'all can find it. It's going to be on my Facebook page. Everybody's going to see it. Who was that person you had with the
Yes.
tattoo? I'm like, oh, well,
Come and
here's the
see me.
information.
Come and see me. Akron's only black female-owned tattoo shop. Only. The only one.
And I'm gonna have all your information in the description of the YouTube.
Thank you very much.
See, that's all. That's exactly how I do it. I'm like, wow, look what I'm doing. Ain't this crazy?
Yo, I'm like, you're doing well, man. Seriously.
I am trying. Yeah.
I'm impressed with all of it. Not that I should be saying that on the podcast, but
No, it's fine. Everything gets as far as all the stuff go anyway. I take usually all the best parts of the clips anyway, and then that's why I mesh them together. And
cool.
because I'm learning that part because I'm doing it as I'm trying to promote during the week. I'm like, ooh, this was a good point. Get this? Get
Right here?
30 seconds, 45 seconds. Yep, clip that. Exactly how I'm doing it every time.
That's dope.
I'm trying to see what so you say you stopped doing art.
Yeah. It's kind of time consuming doing realism. Like, some of the stuff is like tens of hours, like 36 hours or like 45 hours. So it takes a lot of time, and it's not like a consecutive. I don't sit down for like a consecutive 45 hours. Like, I'll sit down like 2 hours here, 3 hours there. Like, it could take a minute, to draw
So
something.
you're doing sessions usually.
I mean, like I squeeze it into my schedule where I have space for it. So if sometimes I'll do them on my off days, and then I'll have more time. Like, I might spend like 8 hours in one day, so it just depends on really what it is. Like, the bigger the piece is, the longer it takes. And I'm kind of slow. Like, I'm not like super duper fast. Like, I really do take my time. That's just me.
Best? I mean, I don't have tattoos.
No, I want to be fast and detailed.
fast,
Like,
okay.
you got, like, these are not my words. Another tattoo artist was like, you can either be really fast and really, really good, or very patient.
That's exactly what he said.
Like,
word
because,
for word.
I mean, I'm paraphrasing, but like, basically it's like you have to be very patient, because it could take so long that you're like, I'm so tired. So yeah, like, you got to really be patient if you're not super fast. So, but the downside to being super fast is like, you can't be hourly, or you have to be, you just work out like a flat rate or something, with your client. Cause if you're super fast, man, you don't make any money like that. But I'm not super fast. I don't want to be super fast, because I don't want to make a mistake. I don't want to mess up. So I will only ever go as fast as I'm comfortable moving along in the tattoo. I won't even let a customer rush me. If the customer is trying to rush me, which has happened before, I will quickly be like, we can take a pause and we can finish this on a different day. Because I will only go as fast as I'm comfortable moving, because I just don't want to make a mistake. It's permanent.
Rushing
It's permanent.
The work that you want done on your body.
Yeah, I like to call it forever art. It is not coming off unless you get it removed, which is more painful than getting a tattoo.
Dang.
From what I hear, I don't really know. Personally,
I don't even know. I'm like,
I have never considered removal. I have so many tattoos, not a lot, but I don't think about them. Like, I got a Fresh Prince tattoo on my leg. This is pre the slap, okay? But it's not Will Smith. It is a character. It is Fresh Prince. It's a dope tattoo. One of my mentors did the tattoo. Super dope tattoo artist. So I got Fresh Prince on one leg. I got Chadwick Boseman on the other side. I got, I intend to get Steve Urkel somewhere on there with the glasses.
yeah.
Little tribute to like 90s sitcoms. The Chadwick Boseman just came about because he passed away.
Yeah.
And I was like, man, this is a dope, it's a dope picture. So I intended to get the character beneath it at some point. So one of these days, I'll get around to that.
Like
but yeah.
leg sleeve continue of chat.
Yeah.
Oh.
Then I got a Tasmanian devil on my back, right? He got, like the Thug Life tattoo. So he's got my grandmother's name tatted across his belly.
Oh my!
It says
goodness.
I know. And then my cousin Richard's initials are down his arm. Like, Taz got tats on him.
Yeah.
Maybe that was a sign. That was my first tattoo. And Taz had his own tats.
Dang,
That's on my shoulder.
Like
No lie. Somebody came into the shop one day and was like, well, at least I don't have a Tasmanian devil tattoo. What you trying to say?
what are you trying to say?
I have one.
What do you mean by that?
Yeah. So I got some dumb tattoos. I really, well, I wouldn't consider any of the newer stuff I got to be dumb, but like the Taz tattoo is kind of dumb. I mean, there's really no point to have Will Smith's face on my leg, but it's still a super dope tattoo. So like, who cares? It just, he was offering to do something, wanted to do something fun. And I was like, I don't know what I would get. I was like, let's do Fresh Prince. Why not? So it's a cool little piece.
Best thing right there.
I like it. It's one of my favorite tattoos. A couple of my other favorite tattoos are done by the artist Carly that works with me at the shop. So she's dope. Her name is Carly Six. She works with me. Another black female. So like the shop is literally 100% black female at the moment. And yeah, we doing the thing over there.
They're doing the thing. So you want to get to, I won't lie to you. You was getting I told some of my people, I was like, yeah, I got this dope artist. She got ink, all this stuff tattooed. And then my dude got tattooed. He was like, let me see. So he was stalking the page a little bit. He was like, oh, she cold.
Thank you. Whoever said it, thank you.
And he was watching, he was like, and there was the one we saw on the Instagram. I think it was the woman's body. I think she had like tattoos. It was like tattoos like around her breast or something.
Yeah.
I was like, that don't hurt.
So
where's the ice at?
For real. That's actually such a special piece because it is the first and only piece that I have done so far. Like I said, I haven't been tattooing long. So like I can only do so many tattoos as the people who book appointments with me. So I have never gotten, other than this one opportunity, to do a mastectomy scar cover up. This client, awesome. She had breast cancer, had to have a double mastectomy, and she did not want areolas tattooed. She wanted a floral piece to cover the scars. So that's what we did. And she pretty much gave me creative freedom to do whatever I want. With her guidance, she's like, I like these things, but she pretty much let me loose to do whatever I wanted. And it kind of was the thing that really, like when we first had the discussion about doing this piece, she had just gotten diagnosed with breast cancer for the second time. Wow. I believe she is 31 years old. It's the second bout with breast cancer. So we had been discussing it for a while because she couldn't get it until she was done with chemo. So as soon as she finished chemo, TikTok raised the money for her to come get the tattoo, which I freaking love. Like, I would love to do more of that. In fact, I'm currently teaching myself to do areola tattooing so that I can offer that service specifically for my double mastectomy clients, because I've had people ask me, but it's not something that I have tapped into yet. So that's actually currently in the works, because it was such an awesome experience getting to do that for her. Because tattoos aren't always just about art. It's not just about having something fun or something meaningful. Sometimes tattoos are healing. Sometimes tattoos are covering up scars. Sometimes those scars are self-inflicted. Sometimes those scars are wounds. Sometimes those scars are scars that you didn't choose, like having surgery or having a double mastectomy. So the ability to be able to cover those scars up is healing for the clients in a lot of ways.
Help with grieving or something.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
In some way. I'm trying to think, what's the dang, I can't remember. I was just about to ask you.
I talk a lot. It's easy for you to forget.
No, it was I had it. When I said I had it in my head, and just like
just go.
It disappeared like real quick.
That's that undiagnosed ADHD. I say it all the time. Honest to God, I really think that technology has given all of us like a touch of ADHD, because now we multitask so much. How many times you sit in front of the TV with an iPad or with a phone or both? Like, because I've been hella guilty. Oh, pardon me. I've been guilty of definitely having my iPad in my lap with my phone in my hand, watching TV too. Like, what is happening? Nobody's getting my attention. Everybody's getting part of my attention.
Yep.
The TV, the iPad, they're all watching me.
Yep. That's exactly what's going on. Part of everything is like, all right, well, I was supposed to do this. Now you forgot completely what you were supposed to do. Now it's only 10 minutes.
Yep. And all it took was opening up Instagram or TikTok and you in the rabbit hole for an hour.
Oh my goodness. You're like, wait, what? I was just doing something important I was supposed to do.
Yeah, you went in there to post something, but you never did.
Honestly, it's even crazier. I put all of my tweets, I put in the drafts, because I know I make sure and I forget when I want to say a draft. So I'm like, I'll go right back to it.
I like it.
I'll go right back to it. Like,
I hate that too. Like when you're like, what was I doing?
Yeah.
I can't even slightly remember what I was doing. Nothing. It's gone. Just gone. It could have been the world's greatest idea. Gone. Just like
And I
that.
can't remember. That's why I wrote all that stuff down. Everything's written down now. And I was like, and it's crazy because I think people get overwhelmed because I got all these like devices that record. But I'm like, this is good though because I can monetize who can see what, when
Yeah.
can see where. So I'm like, it's good. This is perfect. Now I get everybody
Yep.
where they need to be.
You doing better than me. I might
trying to
hire
help.
you.
I'm like, look, do it because I'm trying to monetize everybody I can get on here, including myself, and figure out how we can all just make money. And
Man,
grow.
seriously though, I think one of the things that really plagues the Black community is competition. Well, I will never understand this crabs in a bucket mentality. Like we can all win. Like there's so much money out there. And if you don't believe it, just look at the government. They keep sending money to other countries. Where is that money coming from? There's money out there. There's always going to be money out there because as soon as something happened, the money is found to cover it. So there's money. You just got to find the money.
They got more money than they even need to take from us.
There's no competition. Like
don't
I
need
don't
to
feel
be-
like. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Oh no, I just don't think they need to be even the whole getting more money to give back to the government for what? Y'all have it.
You have it.
You
They have
literally
it.
have
But
it.
they need it. Like I mean, listen, we ain't about to turn this into a political.
No, we don't got to.
'Cause-
It
'cause
kind of comes out. It comes out because of the time we're in now.
I'll go. Like for instance, who votes on how much money Congress makes? Somebody has to make this decision, and since Congress are the ones who decide what happens,
Let's go. With,
who votes for what their income is?
Let's go. Let's just say the Speaker of the House, when there is one that's going to be in office.
But it
whenever
affects
he-
them too.
Yeah,
How is it not a conflict of interest?
but they got.
And how come that doesn't go to the American people? Like you should only be allowed to make no more than double whatever the minimum wage is in the state you represent. And then watch the minimum wage go up.
Yeah. I think it's because that little money, this the little money, little tricks that they know.
Oh, yeah.
Well, this is how we're gonna do it, but then we caught them taking money from somewhere that
Wherever.
wherever that we see on the documents to bring in.
Man, we could talk about that forever. That's a whole different podcast. Oh my gosh. I
So the goal is to get to where I can actually have a different setting. I can have more people on at once.
I would love that. I mean, that would be amazing, dude. I would love to see that.
Have 4 people. Now we got more.
And you have a panel
guys'
discussion.
perspective. Yeah, we can have more guys in one perspective, or just depending on what the topic is. If they want to go political, that one person could probably go deeper than the rest of us.
Yeah.
But then some people,
Especially if that's their expertise, you know?
Yeah.
I'm no expert. I just listen to NPR.
I just listen. Yeah, I listen and I just think about it real deeply, and I'm like,
I love that
where's
for
this
you,
effect?
man.
Where's this?
You're going to do it.
That's why I'm just going. I'm just pushing and going. I'm like all these little obstacles, and I'm just like, psh, get out the way, psh, get out the way. I'm sick of this. I'm sick of this. And it's weird. You know, it's weird. When I was in college, I didn't know or come across the experiences of like, dang, what's gonna be like after college. And it was like, because I thought everything
You
was
stop
so
thinking
smooth.
about that
Yeah,
like
things were so
once you're out of
smooth.
high school. The only time you're really looking forward, like you're looking to the future and you're planning the future
Yeah.
actively is like when you're a kid. Like you might not have it all planned out, but they're asking you,
Mm.
what do you want to be when you grow up? From the time that you can talk, they want to know, what do you want to be when you grow up? So like we think about that future, but then once it's around us, like we never think even past that. I had a friend actually recently tell me that he knows a couple who have a meet, like a sit down every 5 years to plan out the next 5 years. And like, this is what I want to be doing. This is what the other person wants to be doing. And this is what we want to be doing together at like, what? Like, what?
How I just need to know how good are they able to have a good like.
I mean, they've been
conversation?
together for a long time.
Okay, I'll just make sure. Like sometimes conversation, communication kind of get all over the place because this person is I'm not feeling this, and this person like, well, why not? And it's like, oh, all right.
But I think it really all comes down to trust, though. Like when you trust someone, you trust their judgment. I'm guessing that over time they've worked out the kinks of that. But they plot out what their lives together will look like for the next 5 years. I think that's absolutely incredible, and why that should be applied to like all of the things. Like why are we not doing that?
Yeah.
Like you think about going to college, but you don't really think about what's after that. Like, do you really want to work at the same job for your whole life and retire from that? Most people don't, unless you really, really love what you do.
Yeah.
But even the people who really love what they do, they still be sometimes having a side hustle just to have a creative outlet if their
Or their
love
favorite
isn't
hobby.
creative. Yeah.
Or their hobby that they turned into a
Yeah.
type of hustle.
Yeah. Absolutely. So
That's a whole ooh. And you just spoke it to like my future after college. It was literally, I was like, dang, am I gonna be playing like sports after? Or as soon as I graduated, first job was FedEx Ground. A year in, I'm like, I don't know.
What are you gonna do?
2 years, I'm like, no. I said no.
Yep. Yep. Absolutely.
I was like, all right, y'all playing with me. I'm not doing this no more.
That's what I say. That's what I'm like. When I say like there's no competition, there is no you. You are the only you. There's no one else but you. You're the only you. So whatever ideas come out of you, that can't come from someone else.
Yeah.
Those are your thoughts. Those are your ideas. Like there's no competition in what you're doing because why do you need to compete? You can only outdo yourself. So I'm not worried about any competition in the tattoo industry. It's going to be people way better than me. It's going to be people that aren't better than me. I don't care what anybody else is doing. I only care about my own like success as a tattoo artist. And I don't mean monetarily. I mean the art. Like I know that I want to be better than I am today. So I am focused and working hard at being better than I am today. Every time I sit down in that chair, I want the tattoo I'm working on to be my favorite. I want it to be better than the last one, like every single time. And I'm not worried about what anybody else is doing. I only care about what's happening in my chair. So I'm working harder to make my tattoos better every single day. I don't care what anybody else is doing. You're not my competition because my customers gonna come to me for me. And if they don't, and they go to you, and they never come back to me, then it's your customer, not mine. But if they don't want to come to me, then they ain't my customer anyway. So why? There's no competition. Go get a tattoo from everybody you want to get a tattoo from. You do not have to work, and you don't have to go get a tattoo from the same one person. You know, you can go to 50 million tattoo artists. Please do. There's some amazing tattoo artists out here in the world. Like, please do. Please. There's an artist that I love named Dr. Wu out in LA. He got the dopest tattoo shop I have ever
What's his
seen.
name?
Dr. Wu.
Dr. Wu.
Yeah, he's dope. He does like real fine line, intricate, like single needle tattoos. So like literally just one tiny skinny little needle. And he does these intricate, like beautiful, like lots of line work and then just like, you know, all kinds of stuff. Whales, like sharks, like with this, I mean, incredible. But he's been like in the game for like such a long time. He like is the leader in the style of tattooing that he does. Now there's tons of people that have like mimicked his style, but I mean, nobody was doing it before he started doing it. He's got this dope studio. It's in like the courtyard of a hotel.
Yeah.
And like,
you can't really,
but it's outside.
once you have it though, it's like, can't nobody take your style that you made and invented.
Yeah. I mean, they can, you know, that's
they
art.
Can, but in a time now where things get called out quick, like, hold on, that ain't yours.
Yeah, no,
you got people
for
that's
sure.
gonna call it out quick, that ain't yours.
I think sometimes there's a little bit of like, that's cool that you love my style so much. Like my style is so popular, like everybody wants to be able to do it. But then there's also that aspect of like, find your own path, you know? I'm still finding mine.
Yeah.
You know, I really don't know exactly what, like when people are like, well, what's your style? Like I do realism. That's my style. But I don't have like a specific signature. I haven't quite yet found my specific signature, but
Okay.
I do have I feel like when you see my work, you can kind of tell it's my work. But I want it so that when you see my work, you know it's my work. And I'm working towards that. Like, that's the goal. I just want to keep elevating. It means taking art classes. It means continuing to grow as an artist. I don't want to ever stop trying to grow because the minute you stop growing, you're just going backwards.
Oh, when you get complacent.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't ever want to get complacent. Like, I'm very pleased with where the shop is at, but I want better, and I want to create more opportunities for other black female artists to have a safe, equitable place to work. You know, my goal is to make it not crazy expensive. Like, I want you to win. I want you to be successful. So we're not about to take half your money. We ain't doing that, you know, but we ain't going to talk about that on here.
No, she's just keeping it real.
I'm keeping it real, though.
Keeping it real.
It's equitable. It's no competition. We're here to win, and I want to see you succeed. I would love if everybody that worked at the shop with me was better than me. Be better than me. My clients are going to come to me for me. It's an experience. The shop vibe is a whole experience. It's not a tattoo shop. It's different. As my homie LaRussell would say, it's different.
I got my people that do their thing. Y'all come in. Y'all love it. Come see me. I'm here. I feel that. I feel that. Now this next one, it's gonna be a little. It's funny that I came up with these questions because I'm like happy that I came up with these questions. I'm like, ooh, I wonder what she gonna say. What she gonna come up with? I'm like, I wonder what it's gonna be like. So the question is, what is a common misconception people have about what you do?
So I guess it's almost like two-part. For real, because my name is India, my shop is called India Ink Tattoo Company. Man, probably like 30% of the people who step foot in my shop at the marketplace are like, what do you do in here? Is this a barber shop? Oh, that's weird. But then they're most of the time they're like, you do real tattoos? The like permanent ones? Because my name is India, I think they think I do henna tattoos.
Oh my
So I'm like,
goodness. Okay.
so like one, they're like you see the tattoo chair and for some reason you think it's a barber chair. Like, I don't get it. So like specifically, people keep thinking that my shop does henna tattoos because of the name of the shop, but my actual name is India Rush. So my shop is essentially named after me, but it's a play on words because India Ink is something that was used earlier on in the tattoo industry to actually do tattoos. Yeah. So it's not anymore. So no one uses India Ink anymore. So I love that idea as just a play on the word. So I trademarked the name.
Shoot, that's perfect.
But I think one of the misconceptions, I don't know, man. I'm trying to think of a good misconception in the tattoo industry. Like, all tattoos hurt to some degree. A lot of times people think it's going to be very painful. And it's not that bad. It's annoying. You're like, I can't wait for this to be over. And then there's those other people who are like, I love tattoo pain. Like, I don't know who those people were, like, where they come from. They come from another planet, I think. But most people think that like their first time, they think it's going to be like horrifically painful. And most times people are like really, really nervous. And then you hit the skin and they're like, oh, that's not so bad. But I'm also very gentle. So your experience with me will be very different than everybody else you go to. But like one of the misconceptions really about the industry is like tattoos hurt really, really bad. They're not that bad. But they can be very painful depending on where on the body you get that tattoo. So some spots hurt more than others, but... My
homeboy, he had a tattoo right around here.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, bro.
It's tender.
He's like, I know once I get to that vein, he was like, I was like, I don't know what you're doing, but he was like, I'm about to get this Naruto tattoo. I was like, bro, that Naruto tattoo going to be so in detail, it's going to hurt. And I just recorded him. He just making all these faces.
Oh, yeah.
He just like...
The wrist is tender. Yeah. I've done a palm tattoo before. Like, one of my colleagues at the time got her palms tattooed. She said it was her most painful tattoo. I don't know if that's still true to date, but I mean, you have so many like pain receptors and sensors in your hand. Like, you feel everything. You know, the touch that you can feel in your hands it's very sensitive. So yeah, I can't imagine that it felt good. But she sat still for the whole thing. I was impressed. But man, palm tattoos, I've tattooed the bottom of people's toes. I mean, yeah.
I mean, for me, seeing it in person, from my dude Kenny had tattoos all over his hands and everywhere, and him like hair. I'm like, dude, where did it start? Where did it just start? In his head, I'm like, you have all these tattoos that nowhere near did it hurt, or do you just love it? Like, I know people say they're addicted to tattoos and ink, and I'm like, where do it start though? Like, what?
It's just that one, but
that one that just get it started, and then you just want a whole sleeve and neck after that point.
Without plastic surgery, it's probably the easiest way to alter your body, you know, other than piercings, you know what I mean? So it's like, for instance, when we were talking about scars, like, so you might have a scar that you want to cover up. Like, you get to choose that piece that's going over top of that scar to cover that scar for whatever reason. That scar could be there for any reason. I've had people have me cover birthmarks that they didn't like. So, really? I mean, it really just depends on what you want to get. But yeah, man, it always starts with that one piece and you're like, ooh, this is cool. Like, I have 2 pieces on my forearm, but I got this empty space right here. And because this empty space bothers my eyeballs, I want to feel it. So I'm going to sit there and I'm going to take that pain so I can fill in that gap. and I'll be fine. It's gonna be annoying for a little while, but it'll be fine. I mean, they have numbing stuff now. And I'll tell you, I ain't no stranger to using numbing stuff to receive a tattoo, because why not? I ain't gonna sit here and be in pain for nothing. So I do, have mixed feelings about the numbing stuff. So it's like, it's hit or miss whether or not I like to use it, or I like people to use it as an artist, but as a recipient, as a tattoo collector, oh yeah, numb it up all day. Let's go.
Oh, man. That's why. So I had to think. I was like, so more parts from the misconception would be like people being naive when they should know, they should visually see exactly what you do. But I think everybody has been through it before. Like when I'll say I make clothes, they're like, "Oh, so you design clothes?" And I'm like, "Well, yeah, that I'm wearing it. I'm showing you what I designed." I was like, "Yes,
this is it. You tattoo?"
I was like, "You do tattoos? Like you walk in like, so this is a tattoo." The real
Yeah, this is the real ones, not henna. Like, so for one of these days, maybe during the summer or something, if they have like some event going on up at the marketplace, I might bring in someone who does henna tattoos just for the event. Why not? Throw them all off.
Yeah, throw them off.
So why not?
I found this really good henna place. And
Yeah.
You're gonna throw them off. All these people that come in one henna
like,
tattoos.
No, come on. I'll rent my chair out for the day. Go ham and do henna tattoos all day long. It'd be really cool.
Oh my!
Why
goodness.
not? It'd be fun.
Then watching you throw them off, they're gonna be like, "Wait, I thought you did."
Yeah, this is just for today. They'll come back in a week like, "Wait, oh, that was just a special event, one time only."
Oh, see, they're gonna be upset. They're gonna bring their kids. Their kids are gonna be like, "Oh yeah, we had so much fun. Can we get like a real tattoo?"
You could get a temporary tattoo. You get you a little temporary tattoo.
Do you do the spray-ons? Do you do the spray tattoos?
So I don't have any temporary tattoos or anything like that. Is that what you asking me? Yeah. Not right now, but I'm about to though.
Okay.
I'm about to have some. I'm getting ready to, sometime in the next week or two or something, I'll sit down and make them and actually get some ordered with the shop logo.
Yeah.
It'll be fun. Why not?
Good.
You know,
That'd
it'll be fun.
Good. They gonna like that.
For the kids, for the grown-ups, you know.
Yeah.
Why not? I could do some fun ones. Do the ones like shaped like the eyebrow, and then you come home and have your parents thinking you got a little eyebrow tattoo, India ink.
Oh, so you want all the parents to come find you.
That's all right. It's temporary.
It's gonna come off. It's not permanent. And they still gonna be upset.
Somebody actually asked me today about those tattoos that fade after some time.
Yeah.
I can't remember what they're called, but it's pretty cool. Like once he brought it up, he made me think about it, and I'm like, I gotta look into this because it's like an ink that's like it doesn't last forever, and I think they fade after like 6 months or a year or something like that. It's pretty neat.
If anybody know or see what she's talking about, I can't remember. I want to say
I have to look it up.
It's not the spray. It's not the spray. I know spray is one of them, but I can't remember exactly the name of what it's called.
I know. Like, there's like the regular ones where you just use water and stuff, but
I do those. I'll try that. Just see how I feel. But I don't have any tattoos. I'm a jewelry guy.
Oh yeah. No. I'm gonna probably be doing piercings and stuff starting next year. Yep. Trying to expand, man. I'm trying to grow the shop, trying to make space for more artists, more people in that disadvantaged community to come be there.
I got told somebody told me I should get a nose piercing. And I was like, nose piercing?
Everybody has one now.
There's no
Got my septum done. This hurt.
I was about to ask you. I was going to ask you.
I actually asked multiple people. Okay.
Before you did it.
Multiple people. They all lied to me.
They all lied.
They're like, oh, it doesn't hurt. Oh, it doesn't hurt. It doesn't hurt. And so I go get mine done. And no, I'm no stranger to pain. You know, I have 4 kids. So like I gave birth to all of them. So like I'm laying on the table. First off, she had my head like this. She had my head off the table and it's like this.
Oh,
and she's, I'm this is not an exaggeration. Okay. She's like, with the needle.
Real slow. Oh my goodness. Why are you, there's no pinch like that?
I literally was like, why are you going so slow? And I finished my sentence before she was done. It hurt so bad. And it's like, you're prolonging this pain by going so slow. So like it's supposed to just be like, whoop.
Yeah.
Like real quick, whoop.
Just, you felt that pinch.
It was like,
and then it was done. And then it's like,
like I think she was nervous. I should have asked her how long she's been doing this. And the minute she would have told me, oh, this is my 3rd one. No, ma'am. Bring me somebody else. It was like
first.
I wanted to like. I was like, this is ridiculous. Like, why is this going so slow? But
oh my goodness.
oh man, I'm glad it was over when it was over. It's like them tattoos. It's like, yes, we done for today. Whoo, thank you.
Is it like how it
Sweet
is
baby
with
Jesus.
the earrings? Like you gotta, if you take it out, it's gonna heal real fast, and you gotta change it, or how is it?
What you mean, like tattoos?
No,
What you
with
mean? Oh, the septum?
Yeah.
Yeah, honestly, I've never taken it out. Well, I have taken it out, but it was way after I got it done. So I'm guessing, like, if you were to take it out, it would probably heal up pretty quickly.
And then you have to get it
and get it re-pierced and be
again.
literally be re-tortured all over again.
Go to the same person. They got
Literally all over again. She's probably not even there anymore. Stuff like that tends to have a lot of turnover. You know, I mean, like it's just a lot of times tattoo shops have a lot of turnover in artists. Piercing shops have a lot of turnover in artists. There's just, the market is so heavily saturated. I mean, you can go to so many places. So it's just easy to pick up and go somewhere else if you don't like it.
Yeah, that is true.
I think I have relatively good experiences at all the shops that I worked at. I don't have any, bad feelings or anything negative to say about the places that I work. Mm-hmm. I just had a feel that I wanted for my shop. I just wanted my shop to be different.
I feel you. I do feel you.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. There's so much light in my shop. Like when you saw it, like the windows, there's windows everywhere.
Yeah, it's like bright. It was like bright.
Yeah,
just like
I love it.
Everything you can see. How big are you planning, or what's the 5? Let's say the 5 year.
The 5-year plan.
Yeah.
Do
we want to still have a bigger space? Or are we having more employees? Do we want the India country to have something?
Oh man, my shop is pretty small, 600 square feet. It's not very big. It's kind of like a long rectangle a bit. But I would like to keep that space for a while, but also open up a second location. Like, I don't want to give all my secrets away, but I got some stuff.
Yeah,
I got some stuff in the pipeline. I mean, it's not like a next year thing, but hopefully like in the next 5 years, I got some stuff lined up. So, fingers crossed. I really love to see that happen in like the next 2 to 3 years.
Okay.
But as far as the shop is concerned, I would love to open up a second location. Not a huge one, just enough to maybe house 4 to 6 artists. Because I really want to keep the kind of private feel. I want to keep the vibe the same. I want the shop to look exactly like my shop is. But I really love where my shop is at now. I love the kind of privacy that it is because the shop is small. So like I probably would keep it as a private boutique and tattoo there, and then also have another shop. That's that. I mean, I'd love to so my goal is like, you don't work for me, you work here.
Yeah.
There's an aesthetic that needs to be maintained in the shop.
I like that.
And I wouldn't bring anybody in that didn't kind of align with, my values. But you're free to do what you desire. I don't own you and you don't work for me. You just pay me and go on about your business. If you don't have an appointment today, don't come in. I mean, I'm not going to make you come in, it's your life and your schedule. As long as I get paid, we good.
Yeah.
So, I could be making a huge mistake taking that route, but I just feel like, have your own anonymity. You are self-employed. I'm not going to dictate what you can do with your time. I'm not here to get rich off of other people. I'm here to help empower other people. I want to see you succeed. So whatever I can do to help facilitate your success, as long as you respect my shop, let's go. So
That sounds like some real stuff right there.
I want
some real stuff.
It's one artist's success is somewhat kind of success for everybody. Like, if one person is bringing more traffic to the shop, if they booked, if they're busy, there's a trickle down effect that happens, where other artists have the opportunity to pick up stuff that people can't get to. So especially like I do a lot of realism. So like I don't get a ton of like really, really little tattoos anymore. When I first started out, I was doing nothing but little tattoos. But now, most of my pieces are, like half sleeve and up or, really, really detailed. I love doing like micro realistic stuff too. So, yeah. I don't even remember what we were talking about.
I'm trying to. There's a whole bunch. Oh, this thing. I'm gonna do it again, just so we have it. I was bouncing between. I was trying to see who or which platform is actually giving more watching. It's a lot from Facebook, actually. I had some from Twitch, and I went from YouTube just to check and see, but I went back to TikTok because TikTok had more than what YouTube was
Cool.
giving. So I was just giving back. I'm just trying to give it that vibe. One, because I got the last thing I do want to ask you. That is the final question I asked before it's all ended, done. But it's like it's a good one. It's a good one I ask everybody. It's a good one I always ask everybody just to see how it is. I'm like, because everything we've been talking about has been good. It's like we can give the location. Y'all heard the location where she at, so don't act like y'all didn't hear it.
Northside Marketplace in downtown Akron. We share the building with Dante Bacuzzi, which is a very fancy schmancy restaurant, and their food is absolutely delicious. We are where Luigi's and Jilly's Music Room is located in downtown Akron. We share the same parking lot, so but not, we're in the building with Dante Bacuzzi. We're on the same side, so. Come and see us.
I want some noms.
Noms is inside of the Northside Marketplace. Their food is so good. It's kind of like Americana. Lots of sandwiches. There's tacos. I mean, the stuff's good. There's vegan options.
Oh, all that.
Vegan bacon. If you've never had vegan bacon, you'll be surprised to find that it's actually not that bad.
Vegan bacon,
if you get it while it's hot, yeah, it's actually pretty good.
I think
strangely.
What is the it was like a chai. Something chai. I can't even remember. There's so many different things in there.
I pretty much get like the same stuff when I go. I mean, I don't even have to go anywhere. Like, first of all, that's one of the best things about my shop. Like, when you come to my shop, you could come early and get a meal before you come to the shop. Or you could stay after the tattoo and get a meal, and you don't have to leave the building. Not that I would ever encourage someone to have a drink when you tattoo, but I mean, it's not against the law. But if you get your tattoo and you go out to the bar when you're done, hey, that's on you. But you don't even have to leave the building.
Nope. Now you can go check and see. Is my arm good? After a couple drinks, I'm good.
Yep. There's a dessert shop in there, Essential Dip Delights. She be killing it with the desserts, the chocolate covered strawberries, chocolate covered grapes. You ever had a chocolate covered grape?
No.
I ain't never in my life would have ever picked up a chocolate covered grape. This is what I'm saying though. I would have never. And then I had one of her chocolate covered grapes, and I was like, I am shocked. I am shocked that I like this. I could not believe it.
The big ones?
I mean, just regular grapes, sometimes bigger grapes, but
so the cotton candy grapes are a little bigger. So
you know what? I don't know if she's ever tried the cotton candy grapes, but listen, I got some grapes from Sam's Club recently. I think these grapes definitely have hormones in them. I mean, I'm not sure why you would do this to a grape, but how you have a grape like this big? It starts to have grooves in it like a melon. Like why is there grooves in this grape? They're usually just flat, but this grape has he's outgrown himself to the point where he now has grooves in him. Like, don't make no sense.
Legs was about to grow out.
They were so big. They were so, and to be honest, they weren't like super sweet either, but they weren't super juicy. It was like almost like meaty. Like when you bite into it, like it's crispy and it's not very juicy. It was very strange. I was like, what is going on? I'm not hating on Sam's Club. I ate all the grapes. They were big and they were fine, but they weren't like super duper sweet or juicy. You don't get that usual, like, when you bite a grape, like it gives a little bit of squeeze. No squeeze, just like a little crispy.
The ironic thing is, one of my friends, they got the Honeycrisp apples from Sam's Club.
Oh man, I love Honeycrisp.
I ate some of that and I was like, this is the best apple I've ever had in my life. What is Sam's Club doing?
It's not a Sam's Club thing. Honeycrisp apples are the best. That's my opinion, and I'm sticking to it. I don't care what nobody else say. They're my favorite apples. They are so delicious. They are so delicious. I've been getting the
wrong apples my whole life.
Yeah, you've been eating gala apples.
I've been eating the regular green apples, the regular red apples. They're just regular. They're not. Give me a
Golden Delicious apples actually are delicious, but Honeycrisp. I had my first experience with Honeycrisp apples, and I can tell you, if I see them, and I'm buying them. And they make Honeycrisp apple cider. I'm just gonna throw that out there to you. So delicious.
Nope, I ain't gonna think about it.
Best apples.
I ain't gonna think about it.
Wait, did you ask that question?
What?
So, my undiagnosed ADHD is taking over.
What question?
What was the last question?
Oh no, we were still we went over the. I was just making sure as far as the misconception. That was just everything misconception that you wanted to go over.
I can't really think of like
you said henna. You said the people asking, is this a real tattoo place? Do they get? Is it anything they got to do with like? Oh, I didn't even realize that you owned it, or is there any?
That happens a lot. I mean, you know, people always are surprised when I say that my name is India. They're like, oh, like
yeah.
Now it makes sense. Like, you named it after yourself. Got it. But yeah, like people just a lot of times look at my artwork on the walls and they're like, you drew this? Mm-hmm. I never know how to take those comments because I understand that you're like, oh my God, you drew these. Mm-hmm. Wow. But sometimes I wonder if you're like, you drew these, you know?
Okay.
Because most people's face isn't a snitch like my face. My face is a snitch. It tells on me. But most people's face is probably good at hiding their emotions. So, I never really know how to take those comments. So I just always say thank you very much. But I do oftentimes get that, oh my gosh, you drew that?
So let's go ahead and show some of these then so we can get some reactions with people at home like, oh, you did draw these? And then now you can't see the reactions because you can't.
I know.
Because now, there we go.
So it's my Morgan Freeman picture.
I'm just trying to make sure because you'll be to tell with the glare.
It's a little bit of glare,
there.
Yeah. That's a Morgan Freeman picture. Obviously it's Morgan Freeman.
Do you see this?
That's dope. This, I did this. This took a long time. This is actually a print. It's not the original. The original is not actually quite this big, but I think it was about 32 hours worth of drawing. My mentor, when I was doing my apprenticeship, told me I had to draw somebody famous. This is who I picked. This is probably the first picture that I really sat down to do like portrait after high school. So like 20 plus years later. And every time I bring it back to him, he's like, it's not dark enough. And then I go back and work on it some more and I bring it back. It ain't dark enough. So like, courtesy of him, I worked on this guy for a very long time, but I'm very pleased with the outcome of it. But I look at it now and like I drew it so long ago that I'm like, man, I could touch this thing again and even
see,
really.
That's that part of growing and doing more. I understand exactly what you're talking about. That's Morgan Freeman. This is Morgan Freeman.
I love doing this. I'm very proud of it. I got a couple of time lapses that I did when I was drawing it. I was really proud of myself because it had been so long and I'm like, I don't even know if I can still draw for real. Mm-hmm. So like just picking it back up and not missing a step, it felt really good. So
I know what you mean. I think I thought about drawing something last week and I was like, will I even
do it?
Well, I was like, will I even feel this? I was like, I don't know. And I was like, I put the artwork together and I was like, I'm gonna just keep it right here. I was like, it's gonna be insight in mind, not out of sight, because I'm gonna look at it and I want to draw it.
Yeah. Man, do it. Don't wait. Yeah, it's hard too because I started drawing this little baby Jason for Halloween. I started it the first week of October, like with the intent to be like done in like a couple of days. And I pick it up and work on it. And then next thing you know, I'd be falling asleep trying to work on it. Mm-hmm. And it's still not done. And Halloween's on Tuesday. Yep. Speaking of Halloween, we got a flash sale on Tuesday, on Halloween, all day walk-ins. They're $31. It is flash. That means you're coming in as a walk-in. You can only get what's on the flash sheets, but they're $31. Halloween-themed tattoos. Everything's not like Halloween creepy. Some of them are just like cutesy little Halloween-y looking things. One of them is just straight up a little glove, like a Mickey Mouse looking glove with a middle finger. You know, it's not like all like Halloween gore type of stuff like that. Some of it is fun. Actually, all of it is fun.
I would need some of those for whatever I'm going to be for Halloween. I still don't even know that part yet.
Yo, this is one of my favorite drawings. Like, I wish I had the original, but the original actually belongs to this gentleman. This is Eric Wilson. He used to play for the Minnesota Vikings. He now plays... Dang, I can't remember who he plays for now. Their uniforms are green, but I already told you I don't know football.
Oh, Green Bay Packers.
I don't know if it's Green Bay, though. I can't remember, but he's playing somewhere else. He's not playing with Minnesota anymore, but...
Or it could be the Seattle Seahawks. Those only two green.
Or the Jets, maybe?
Or the Jets.
I don't remember. I'll have to look again, but this is like... I loved doing this piece. This took like over 40 hours to draw. It's about this size. He actually received it and posted a video on Instagram when he got it, like thrilled, like over the top excited about receiving his drawing. You can't tell in the print, but like every single hole in the jersey is in the original picture. You can see every hole in the jersey. It took forever to put them holes in the jersey.
I was gonna say.
But I really lamented over whether or not I was gonna put them in there because I didn't want to. I was like, I don't want to draw all those little holes, but you know, like I said, patience, right? You got to either be really fast and exceptionally good, or you have to be very patient. I'm patient, so I spent all the time putting the little holes in the jersey, and I honestly, it needed it. Like, you know, that's the kind of tough part about realism, man. You just, in order to give it that realistic look, you got to put the details in there. Actually, one of the things he said in the video when he played it, he was like, look at the details. So it's dope. And then like the Minnesota Vikings wrote an article on him not long after I did the portrait, in which they posted the portrait and tagged me in it, which was super dope. So like, I'm grateful for the plug. I really was hoping he was dating Lizzo, and then she was gonna see it, and then she would hit me, but it didn't happen. So
oh my goodness, this is what I
new
wanted,
man on the Minnesota Vikings. You know, wishful thinking.
This is hard.
This was super dope. I got one more on me.
Yeah, I'm like, show these.
Yeah,
Let's see these.
This was super cool little piece. I don't even know this client. They found me. They reached out to me on Facebook about drawing this portrait. This man's wife had passed. This man's wife's father had passed away, and this is one of her favorite pictures of the two of them. So he sent it to me. The original one is actually, I believe, a little bit bigger than this, but he framed it in like the most beautiful frame and gave it to her as a gift. And he hit me up afterwards and was just like, she absolutely loved it. So I love this piece, particularly because a lot of the details are like micro, like it's so small. So
how long did this small one take?
This probably maybe like 10 to 12 hours because it's not that big.
Yeah, okay.
And the original picture was pretty grainy. So like I could, you can only get so much detail before you just start to have to making stuff up. I don't want to make stuff up. I want it to look like the person. So I make sure that I just give, what you see is what you get. So this was such a fun piece. I loved it. I really need to pull the pencil out and do some more drawings. It's kind of inspiring me to get back in there.
Y'all see this artwork from Indy? Do y'all see this? do you see this?
Yeah. I'll just leave him up there. You can hang out with us, Mr. Wilson.
This is motivation. Do y'all not see this? Artistic motivation.
I will say, it's hard to sit down for like 40 hours and draw a picture for me. And it's not because I can't sit still. It's just like, I can't sometimes stay awake. It's just like you're just sitting there staring for such a long time. But it's so rewarding every time it's done. I
think it's the ADHD or the ADHD.
It probably is.
Because I can't sit still. I get 2-3 hours of focus, and I got to go do something else.
Fidget bracelet.
And then I'm going to do it again.
So that I can play with it because it moves. Literally, so that's what this is for.
So that then you lock in with that for a little bit, and then you go back to the drawing.
I can't tell you how many times I've messed with this. I got this thing like Tuesday.
What's that one thing they've been talking about TikTok now? It's like those color buttons you like press it, and it's like it helps. It's like it'd be like boop, and you press it.
What? Oh my gosh! Don't even get me started on more gadgets to buy to capture my attention.
For me, I will. For myself, I will. I keep saying them. I gotta remember what they're called. If y'all remember, please say it, because I don't. I do not remember.
Man, that's crazy.
That's what it was. So how you feel so far? I'm
feeling great, man.
Good?
I was just trying to think of tattoo shop misconceptions, but I got no good ones, man. I can't even think. So for the most part, question. It's like, it really is like people's expectations, are usually pretty close on par other than pain. Like first timers are always really, really nervous thinking it's going to be bad, but it's not like a shot. Like when you get a shot, you're like actually like punctured into your muscle. Whereas when you get a tattoo, like you're only going through the first layer of skin into the second layer of skin. So it's like you're not even really going in that deep, and it's more like a prick than it is a puncture. And it's not that bad. If it's like excruciating pain, the person tattooing you quite possibly might be just going too deep. In addition to that, it also too depends on where on your body you got that tattoo. Some places just hurt worse than others,
That makes sense. Now
it's mostly the pain. I had somebody puke in my chair one time.
Because of the pain?
They passed out, and then after they woke up from being passed out, they puked.
Because they saw you
It's a strange thing that happens. When some people. It's not the needle per se, and I'm not a doctor, so I don't really know. This is just India logic. But my India logic tells me that a couple things are happening when you get a tattoo. And one of those things is that I'm creating a wound. So like if you cut yourself, the first thing that's going to happen is red blood cells are going to run, or white, or I don't know. I told you I'm not a doctor, but the blood starts to clot, starts to try to heal that wound. It's no different with a tattoo. So your body's doing all kinds of crazy stuff to heal this wound I'm creating. So stuff's happening in your body. So these are India's logic thoughts. And this isn't proven. Just my thoughts are, because your body's already doing so much and possibly it hurts. So you might be holding your breath a little bit. And maybe you didn't eat today, right? You didn't eat before you came in, so like your blood sugar might be a little bit low, and you're nervous, so you're a little worked up, and you might be holding your breath, so you're not getting enough oxygen.
You're doing all this,
and your body is doing a ton of stuff trying to heal this wound that I'm creating.
Yeah.
So it's like I think it's just a triple threat of all of that stuff that causes people to pass out, and then once you're passed out, you never know what you're going to get when that person comes back too. I have not had a lot of people pass out on me ever, but the one that puked in my shop, that one was like, because I can't make them pick it up. Yeah. You can't clean it up. I mean, you're not even in any shape to clean it up, and I can't let the client clean it up. I had to clean it up. So I had to clean it up before I could even continue on with the tattoo.
Oh, if you don't get this throw up off
It was crazy. Not my favorite day, Not my favorite day.
Because they threw a play on themselves and on your stuff.
I changed my shop minimum after that tattoo, and y'all can blame it on that customer.
Oh,
After that tattoo, I was like, I raised my minimum. Because, it's time consuming to do tattoos. I know a lot of times, and I'll say this for the tattoo artists who don't own their own shop. It seems like tattooing is expensive, but it's forever art, right? You're getting this piece and it's going to be on you forever. But then in addition to that, the artist that's giving you that tattoo has to pay the shop that they work at. And a lot of shops are doing 40% cut or a 50% cut. So say you paid $250 for the tattoo, the artist might only get $125 of that. Right? But the artist still got to pay taxes out of that. The artist got to pay themselves. The artist got to replenish the supplies they spent. So it might feel like it's a lot, but it isn't. A lot of the money is not going to the artist. One of the things that I'm trying to change about that, I'm really not interested in taking people's money all like that. Like I'm not in love with money. The people I owe money to, though, they care a lot. So I have to care a little bit. But my goal is to have an equitable place. Like, we ain't here to take all your money. We are here to help you grow in the craft. So like there's I guess that's probably a really good misconception about the tattoo industry. It's like you think the artist that you're paying is walking away with all of that money when they really not. So when you think about calling a shop and saying, what's your minimum? It's like, what you're really saying is, what's the cheapest you'll do this tattoo for? But you'll walk around in $400 sneakers or $200 sneakers, or you'll have $1,000 phone that you upgrade every year or 2 years. Yeah. But you'll nickel and dime a self-employed artist over forever art that will always be with you unless you cover it up or something like that. But like, just knowing that Apple gets to keep 100% of the profits off of the cell phone that you carrying around, or Google or Samsung, it's like, yes, they got people to pay, but it's like when you're dealing with a self-employed artist, like the artist has to pay for where they work. So all of that is encompassed in that price. And we don't work for 8 straight hours a day. So like you might come in for a tattoo and the tattoo might take 2 hours, but you might be there for 2 hours. I talk my clients to death if you can't tell. So like I talk a lot. So like, man, most of the time we don't even get started on the tattoo till like after the first hour done. Like I'm just getting ready, getting the stencil, getting them shaved, and it might be like an hour and a half after they got there because we just vibing. That's how it is. But the tattooing period though, if I'm only tattooing you for 2 hours, I'm only getting paid for the 2 hours that you're there, but we might have spent 4 hours together. Like I might be at the shop for 8 hours, but only worked 3 hours out of that day. The price is the price because it's art, Don't nickel and dime your artists, and don't matter what like field they're in. If they cook, if they serve food, if they if they have a product that they're selling, like it don't matter. You should not be asking anybody for a discount, especially a complete stranger, because that complete stranger spent money, or the person you know spent money on that craft. Like, you know, I'm a little bougie, so like the stuff in my tattoo shop is kind of expensive. My chair, all of that. So like, you know, I'm not out here, you know, trying to bash clients or anything like that. I have amazing, wonderful, consistent, very awesome clients. So I appreciate every client that I have. But oftentimes I field a lot of questions like via text, like, you do birthday discounts? Like we ain't never met, you know, and people will very bold to ask me for a discount without even seeing the work. Yeah. Like you just immediately like, you got a discount in person over social media. People are incredibly bold to ask for, or that when I tell them what my hourly is, they be like, dang, that's a lot. It's really not. Actually, I am charging the median for the country. Yeah. And there's a lot of artists in the city and the state that charge way more than I do. Yeah. So it's forever art. And you could go get a garage tattoo and possibly lose your leg. I'm not saying that this is the case with all of them, but you know what I mean? Like, you could go get a trash tattoo that was cheap, or you could really make an investment and you can get with a dope artist that can create something for you from scratch, you know, two people putting their minds together to come up with a dope piece that you could be proud of, you know? So, you know, pay artists what they're worth. You know, don't be looking out here asking people for discounts. Cause you're not gonna go to work, and if your boss is like, I'm gonna need you to work for a discount today, you cool with that? Like, that's basically what you're saying. Is like, you're the boss because you're paying me, right? So you're sort of kind of the boss when you come into the shop. You're paying me, but it's a partnership because I'm the one that has to give you the tattoo. So the partnership is, you trust me, I trust you. But I'll never understand when people are like, can I get a discount? Like, you have never even met me. Like, dang. Never. But I bet you got $1,000 telephone in your hand though.
I'm so glad she said this.
And they ain't got no problem giving their money to billionaires. You just got a problem giving your money to a small business owner. And even people who are self-employed, like subcontractors, like, you know, you like, for instance, a lot of tattoo artists function in like a subcontract role in which you get a 1099. You're not an employee. So it's like, these people have to pay their own taxes, you know. It all adds up. But if you trust the artists that you have and you love their work, you shouldn't have a problem coming to them. Like, we ain't the ones out here for your $50 tattoo if that's what you're looking for. Because my supplies are expensive. I can't afford to spend $20 in supplies on your $50 tattoo. It's just not fiscally responsible. So like, you know, I want to tattoo you for 2-3 hours because I want to give you a dope piece, and it ain't even got to be big. We could do some micro stuff. You know, I just want to do something that we can both have fun with, that we can both be proud of, you know. So let's go. Come see me.
Come see her. She just told you what's real, what she's gonna do. I do have a quick question.
All right.
Do people actually there's 2 questions.
That's cool.
First one, so I don't forget. Do people try to tattoo freckles?
So I have had a couple of people ask me about it, but I've never actually got somebody to like book an appointment. I want freckles. So I have never done it, but it is definitely true that people definitely get freckle tattoos. I actually know one person specifically that comes up to the marketplace periodically, and she has colored, like rainbow colored freckles tatted on her face. Oh, and honestly, God, it looks so cool.
Oh, it does?
It's different. It's unique. And she is easily recognizable. I mean, like, you see her, I mean, first of all, she has very colorful hair and stuff. She's a colorful person in general, but of course she has colorful, like rainbow colored freckles on her face, because why not? You're super colorful in general. So I love it. You know, to each his own. It ain't my life, it's your life. And you can do whatever you want with your tattoos, and I'm happy to help assist you.
That's true. I guess the other question would be is how often do you get new people?
I get new people quite frequently. Just by the nature of the location of my shop. There's a lot of traffic that comes through there. So, you know, I don't do walk-ins. I am by appointment only. Obviously, if there's something going on, like an event, or like I have a cancellation or something like that, I might take a walk-in if it just so happens to come through the door while I'm still in the building. But what did you ask me?
It was the How often do you get new
Oh
people?
yeah, so I definitely get new people quite frequently. I have a really good mix of new customers versus consistent returning customers, and it just really kind of depends on what time of year it is. You get more strangers coming through, but I think the marketplace really helps put visibility to the shop. So I do get quite a bit new clients, but I got a lot of faithful clients as well.
Okay.
Yes,
That's what's up,
my clients are so dope. When I first opened my shop, my grand opening, I was supposed to have it catered by a specific restaurant, and they were supposed to do bar service for me. But they had some challenges a couple days before the event, and they just shut down. And I'm like, dang, you're supposed to cater my event, and provide bar service. So one of my clients, I reached out to him, and he was like, I was like, if it's a no, I'm fine with that. Just if you can do it, great. If you can't do it, I get it. And he wouldn't even really let me finish before he was like, I got you. I mean,
just like
how
that.
dope is that? And then he did it.
Like
and then he did it for free.
Oh, yeah.
Like, it don't get any doper than that. So I call him my favorite client. I tell him to his face. And it really is not because he's probably my most consistent client. He comes to me like once a month. But he's just a really, really, really good dude. He's just a good dude.
Got some people it's a lot of people like that. Especially just like willing just to do something for you just because they just
And the food is delicious.
Yeah.
Like the food was delicious.
Are we talking like Southern style? I'm getting hungry. I'm already hungry.
I mean, it was just tacos. Like it was, and it was just supposed to be really light because it's the grand opening, so it's just like finger foods walking around, But I mean,
I need catering to some of these events. I need them tacos.
Yeah, man. I'll link.
Oh yeah, definitely that. So you ready? You ready?
All right, fire away the bombshell.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, this is the question I ask everyone. The last question I ask, and I want to know, it's your thought. You can think about it, how you want to go about it, but the real thing is, what do you believe is the most important to you, or what do you care about more between, how do I want to do this? Trust or loyalty? That's the only two. That's how I go about it. See, trust or loyalty.
That's a tough question because they sort of go hand in hand. Mm-hmm. If you can trust someone, it is because of loyalty. So, I mean, when you grow to trust someone, it is literally because they've been loyal. Like, I trust you.
I'm sorry. Respect or loyalty.
Is it respect or loyalty?
Yeah, respect or loyalty.
Would I rather have respect or loyalty? Dang.
Oh, I was like, trust or loyalty. I thought about it. I was like, trust. No. I was like, respect.
I would rather have loyalty.
You would rather have loyalty?
Absolutely. Hands down. Why? Because the people who will be loyal, they'll respect me. And everybody else doesn't matter. So it's like a win-win. You get both. But absolutely, I would take loyalty over respect because I feel like the majority of my life, I have felt like I didn't get any respect. Mm-hmm. And for the first time in my life, tattooing has given me not just respect, but confidence. Because like before that, it's not like I didn't have these skills. It's not like I couldn't draw this before I started tattooing. Mm-hmm. But there's a need for tattooing that kind of supersedes the need for portrait drawing, right? People want tattoos more than they want you to come draw me this portrait. Mm-hmm. So because of the nature of what I do for a living, it brings a lot of people in my direction. So like I never really felt the kind of respect that I get because I'm good at this craft. Okay. Like it's insane, but like prior to tattooing, just my past, like I said before, like I'm a single parent. So just like my past, growing up in church, feeling a certain type of way about, how people treat you when they feel like, you've disappointed them or let them down or, fallen short. I've never felt like I was respected in anything, even though I was good at stuff. I just never felt like people respected me. And now, I don't really care if people respect me, but my work speaks for itself. So like it just garners the respect solely because is good. You know, and this is the first time in my life that I'll actually boldly say I am very, very, very good at tattooing. I want to be a million times better than I am right now. And I am very focused on getting there. And I don't ever want to feel like I've made it. I want to always feel like I need to work. I need to work on this gift. And I feel like tattooing has really given me a lot of confidence in myself. It's allowed me to really believe in my abilities more than anything else. So, man, I'll take loyalty all day. Because it's going to come with respect from the people who are loyal to you. So that's all that matters, really. The people that matter the most, loving, respecting you, being loyal to you, it'll come. It comes with that loyalty.
And that drive, people seeing, like, oh, I believe in it. Like, oh, you're loyal to everything that's happening.
Mm-hmm.
I see. Okay, I've seen. I was just checking. I was like, let me see if I got it twisted on something. Let me see if it.
I'm kind of philosophical sometimes, although, like, I don't really know what I be talking about half the time. It's just India logic. Like, you know, like, dude, hey, you can like what I say or not. I got a lot of crazy logic things that happen to me, but, you know, most of those things, I'll be driving in the car and then I'll get to work and be like, Lo, let me tell you what I was thinking about this morning. Like, no lie. Yesterday I was telling a story about getting stung in the neck by a bee. And yesterday I got stung in the neck by a wasp at work, indoors.
Wow. What?
Literally. Like, imagine talking about the very thing that happened to you the same day. Like, how? I literally was like, I haven't been stung by anything in a long time. I think I was probably in my 20s the last time I got stung. In my face.
Why are you getting stung in the face and
Why?
the neck? Why? You inside.
Why are they?
Sunny.
Why?
Oh, because Sunny.
Yeah, they're angry. They're about to die and they're pissed.
Yeah,
So
that's why they're like, we can
jerks.
find anything that moves.
Literally, but like inside, like it's still sore.
That is crazy.
But yeah, but it's weird how I was talking about it, and then it happened.
Yeah.
It happened. Like, what the heck? This is messed up.
Blessing on you're not even allergic to that.
Oh yeah,
like,
seriously, no.
Because that was in the neck. You would have been swelled up and it'd have been.
Could have been over curtains. Yeah, no, thank God.
The last tattoo you've ever known.
No. Then my clients will be like, I only got a half finished.
Oh man, they have a story.
I do got a couple. I do got a couple that we working on. So I'm getting finished up. I tend to do like, you know, mostly like, I would say most of my pieces tend to be about the size of my hand.
Okay.
Most of the portraits that I do tend to be about the size of my hand. I love to do like micro detailed tattooing. Okay. So, you want some detailed stuff? Come see me. You want some fine line? You want some butterflies, some flowers, some portraits? I could do whatever you want.
I know y'all heard that.
Come and see me. I don't tattoo necks though. Sorry, y'all. I retired from the neck tattoo game.
The next is done.
You might, you know, if you catch me on a good day, it doesn't hurt to ask. You can always ask. It never hurts to ask. I might just be like, you know what? Come on, let's go.
Don't ask if she do tattoos.
Don't be you tattoo?
Do not do that.
No lie. The place I did my apprenticeship, there was this kid. He was special needs, but he would pop into the shop like once a week and be like, tattoo? And he was just the sweetest, and it was just so funny. He was just so sweet. True story, I ran into him somewhere this year, and he's like, got facial hair growing. And I'm like, what is happening right now? It was just kind of sweet to see him. I'll never forget him. That is like a lasting memory from my apprenticeship. That kid, I mean, he was like 14.
Yeah.
You know, he's probably like 16 or 17 now, and he's got facial hair coming in. It's such a great memory.
Scruffle, and
but
the next thing you know, you got a full beard.
As soon as someone texts me, you tattoo, the first thought that I have is that kid.
It's him.
And I kind of have to laugh.
Every time.
I can't help it because his face comes to my mind every time somebody says, you tattoo? And all I hear is his voice, tattoo?
I got to come in and do it now.
Oh, please.
You tattoo?
Right.
Just to make sure.
You tattoo? Yes, I do. I'm not sure how you found me on this social media page that has nothing but tattoos on it, but and it literally says I'm a tattoo artist, but you know, it's cool. I will never be mad at, you know, people asking questions for the most part, because it's like, if you don't ask, you know, as our parents would say, a closed mouth don't get fed. So if you don't ask, how could you know? I definitely will always ask. I'll just ask all kinds of weird questions because I'm like, you never know what the answer's going to be.
At all.
You know?
Dang, that go back to the ADHD things. Like, do we even pay attention? Do people even pay attention? You see all these tattoos and pictures, but you still gonna ask. In your brain, somewhere in your brain is still asking. You do tattoos.
You know what? I think sometimes people really don't think before they speak, you know. They just throw it out there and then they're like, oh, that was kind of a silly question. I've done it plenty of times where I'm just like, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, never mind. I answered my own question in my head as I said it out loud. Like, that was such a dumb question. But no questions are dumb questions. Please ask as many questions. Like, ask away. You know, I'm always happy to answer questions about cover-ups, about scar cover-up. I've covered cutting scars. I've covered surgery scars. I've covered scars from accidents. I've covered scars from tummy tucks. Like, we could do it. We could do it all.
She experienced, she had it, so she knows.
And I expect, to be doing this for a long time. I'm in it to win it.
That's about as best you can go. That's the best you can say. It's like, I'm in it to win it. And I ain't going back. That's great. So anything else? I thought this was a pretty good session.
Yeah, man. This is awesome. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for having me.
Of course. I was like, man, this
is a joy to be here.
This ain't doing nothing but helping us both grow. More people, because people's waiting. It's like, when you supposed to have your next episode? I was like, just wait on it. I was like,
it's coming.
Wait on it. Yeah.
Yeah, dude. This is so awesome, man. I really, truly, genuinely appreciate you having me here today. Thank you.
Of course.
Have me back.
Yeah, I will.
I'm always down. I'll have more crazy stories to tell by then, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah. I can't wait. I keep telling people, I was like, by the time that everybody that's been on, they say they want to come back, I was like, just know this is going to be a whole different...
It's going to be a whole different vibe.
A whole different vibe, setting, place.
Good for you.
That's what I'm manifesting. I was like, that whole thing. Oh, wait, we already got a question. Oh, shoot. What is the most awkward tattoo you ever done?
Awkward. So I'll give you two because they're a different kind of awkward. The most awkward tattoo that I've ever done was on a 70-something-year-old man who got the picture of a bat, like flying bat, not the baseball bat, on his butt cheek. Okay?
No way. Ain't no way.
So I won't say all of the things, but what I will say is he was passing gas the whole time. And I mean, this is a grown man whose kind of pants are a little down because I'm tatting his butt cheek.
Yeah.
And you're just
letting it out.
Farting. Yo, what do you do? Like, do I kick you out? Like, what am I supposed to do with this?
Rules between eating, like how they do surgery. You got 10 hours before.
Man. And then the other one I would call awkward only because it was a challenging piece. I did a portrait on someone's neck. And in order to tattoo the front of the neck, you basically, the person is laying in front of you and their head's like kind of sort of like in between your legs. Yeah. So you're tattooing upside down. So it was awkward in a sense that I have someone's head in between my legs the entire time I'm doing the tattoo, but also that I'm doing this portrait completely upside down. Mm-hmm. I mean, it definitely really stretched me as an artist to do. That was my first time doing an upside down portrait.
Are you used to it now?
I mean, it's the only time I've done an upside down portrait. Okay. So like I said, I haven't been tattooing super duper long. So it's like, there's only so many days in the year that you could tattoo. So I'm looking forward to doing more. Bring me more of your upside down portrait tattoos.
Bring me more.
I was very happy with how it turned out. The client was happy with how it turned out. She's been a repeat customer since then. And that was her first time coming to me. You know, it's not a lot of tattoo artists that do portraits or, at least to like a high level. It's a lot of tattoo artists that try to do portraits, but it's a smaller demographic of tattoo artists who are actually able to execute a really good, solid portrait. So those of us who have done upside down neck portraits, it is a definite challenge trying to tattoo upside down. And then the client's face is in your face the whole time because you're like, how you feeling? It's awkward. It's awkward.
Are they usually like awake or some are
I mean, some people fall asleep while they're tattooing, getting tattooed, but I mean, the neck is a tender spot. She definitely was not asleep while I was doing the tattoo, but she took that tattoo like a whole champ. Like, I was very impressed how she sat through that tattoo. Like, it didn't even hurt. And you talk about hours. It was a portrait, so it took a minute.
I ain't gonna lie, I do neck wax, but I don't know if that's the same as tender. I
don't know. Well, so the difference though is that you like basically like rip the Band-Aid off. You're only in pain for that and maybe a few minutes after once that irritation cools off. But a tattoo, like you ain't sitting there for 3 hours with that. It might be a little tender, but you ain't being actually actively poked for 3 straight hours in your neck. Neck wax, interesting. Never heard of such a thing. But I'm not in need. I do have this one hair right here that comes back, but I can handle that without the wax.
You can barely see it. I have to. It ruins the beard.
I'm hoping maybe the wasp stung me where that one hair always comes out and then it just never comes back.
Fall out and just be like, there's no point for me to grow back anymore because I got stung here.
Oh, man. Thank you for that question. I appreciate it. I love thinking back. Like, let me think about this for a second.
That's my dude, Brennan. Did he get the, side note, did you ever get that, I can't even think, the bearded dragon. Did you talk about beards and hairs? Did you get the bearded dragon delivered to a good home? I've been waiting for that. I had to help him.
You had to rehome a bearded dragon?
4-year-old girl, yeah.
Oh, no. I'm sorry.
That's what he had to do. He was just trying to give it a good home. That's
good. That's what's up. I mean, if you want to get a commemorative tattoo, you're more than welcome to. Shout out to the mayor of Akron. I did tell him to come see me and get Akron Mayor 2024. Offer still out there, sir, if you can hear this. Come get it. Yeah, I'll come do that bearded dragon for you if you're interested.
I mean,
come and see me.
I would say the same thing every time. Come and see her. And y'all saw, she told you location again. She tell you every time.
Inside the Northside Marketplace. India Ink Tattoo Company. You can find me on social media under India Ink Akron. Because India Ink is a very popular product, including myself. Thank you very much. But it's India Ink Akron is the shop page. And then my personal page on Instagram is India Joy with an I. It's India JOI. And then on Facebook, it's India Ink Akron, also India Joy. My whole government is on there, though. It's India Joy Rush with an I. Trying to think. Yeah, I mean, if you just Google search India Ink Akron, all the things will come up, including the NPR interview that I got, including the Cleveland.com interview that I got. So you'll find, you can find me. It's easy.
Tagging all that into the live podcast anyway. So you're already going to see it. Once we end, it's going to all be tied into the podcast.
You can book me to do a portrait, like a hand-drawn portrait. I also do woodworking, which is crazy. If you find yourself in my shop, you will see all of the pieces of furniture that I built in the shop, including the barn door. You can actually see some videos online of that work. So if you catch a video at a shop, you'll see the beautiful barn door that's in my shop, the credenza that I keep my tattoo supplies in. I also built that. So yeah, I build stuff. I'm a jack of all trades, master of some.
I know that.
Yeah, I do the portraits. I also sing and play guitar. My handle on my Instagram page is The Singing Tattooist because I'm very serious about my singing. I'm currently working on my EP, so y'all can keep an eyeball out for that as well. But yeah, man, we doing all the things, and I'm not wasting any time because I don't want to fall off the conveyor belt and have unfinished stuff.
I'll just try to let you get it all out.
You good. I told you I don't ever miss an opportunity to sell myself, man. It's comes apart with being a business owner. You can't be afraid to talk to people about what you do.
My man from Megalad said, got a follow from me. So that's exactly what he said.
Thank you. Please do. Don't hesitate to reach out, ask any questions you would like. There's no such thing as a dumb question because I promise you, no matter what you ask me, you're going to get the most happy customer service-y response. Thank you, Apple, for all of that.
Best as possible. Oh, just have it all nice, spoken up. Hi, can I help you today? How can you get some service? What do you need?
Yes. Yeah, that's the goal, man. I mean, really, you just got to be good to people. And you don't always get that reciprocated. And that's something I learned the hard way. Mm-hmm. So I talking about loyalty and stuff. Like, you learn that the hard way. The energy that you put out into the world isn't always reciprocated. And a lot of times people are like, you too nice. What exactly does that mean? So are you too mean, or is it just that the nice people should change? If I'm nice, doesn't the world need more of that? Like, it doesn't make sense that the world should have less niceness. I should be less nice instead of the mean people being less mean. It just seems like you would create a better world if it was tilted the other way. But, ultimately you shouldn't change who you are. So if you're a nice person, keep being a nice person and don't let what other people do to you dictate how the energy you put out in the world. Because your legacy is yours. And when you're gone, what you leave behind is yours alone. So I would rather people tell me I'm too nice than the people tell me that I'm mean. Like, I don't care if you're mean or you're nice. I'm going to treat everybody with the same level of kindness and respect. Don't matter who you are, where you come from. My shop is the same. It is welcoming. It is, open door to every walk of life. I have transgender clients. I have gay clients. I have straight clients. I have disabled clients. I have people from all walks of life, man.
Dude, Brian speaking over here is like, collab with the FM in the future. He said, tattoo apparel is choice. And then he was like, facts. He was just listening to it. He was like, I like this woman.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it. I really do, man. I just want to put good energy out there in the world and make dope tattoos. Like, bring me your dope tattoo ideas. Let's make some creative, awesome art that you can be proud of and walk around with forever. Like, let's do this.
And she's in Akron, local, where we all live.
Akron.
We're all mingling.
Yeah.
We're all close. Akron ain't big.
I'm an Akron transplant too. Like, I came down here to be with y'all. Like, come and support. No, for real though. Like, the whole marketplace is a vibe. Like, you come in there, there's over 100, probably almost 150 vendors who are selling products in the marketplace. My sister, actually, shame on me, I'm gonna plug my sister, my shameless plug. My sister has a business called Pick Me Entertainment. She does portable photo booth stuff. So she'll come to your private event, bring in the 360 spinner and the photo, like, she's got an inflatable photo booth, or she just has the photo booth. You can rent that too. She's actually got a little cube for renting the marketplace with business cards and stuff. So please check my sister's stuff out too. Pick Me Entertainment. She cute too. Check my sister out. I'd plug my brother too, but he lives in Charlotte. If you in Charlotte listening, Brian Rush does painting. You paint your house, we'll paint your business.
We paint it all.
Yeah, that's the fam, man. I come from a long line of really awesome, talented people, man. My dad's family, they all sang. My mom's side of the family is super handy. My mama I helped my mom change brakes before. I'm sure she did it plenty of times before me. Brakes and rotors, okay? My mama
is doing that.
My mom don't play. I get it from both sides of the family. Like, my dad's side of the family is like creative, artistic, but my mom's side of the family is incredibly mechanical.
Pick that car up.
Absolutely. And I get it from her. Like, I definitely have been a do-it-yourselfer. Like, I'll be the person that, like, be at the store picking up furniture and looking underneath it to see how they made it. And I'm like, bet I could do that.
This is where the wooden furniture is coming from.
Absolutely.
I'm like, I ain't know this.
Absolutely. I actually, when after I got divorced, my kids broke their bunk bed somehow. It was cheap. It was like $200 from Walmart, but I needed to get them a new bunk bed.
Yeah.
So I started looking and I couldn't find nothing affordable. And, when your funds are limited, you're like, dang, man, like, the good stuff costs like $1,000. It's just 2x4s.
Yeah.
So I went to Home Depot and I bought a bunch of lumber and I built them some loft beds, no longer bunk beds. It was like an L-shaped loft. And I built a long shelf under one, and the other one, I built a sofa, a love seat, a little tiny kid-sized love seat that I built, and then like a little shelf that had a swiveling light on it. And then the stairs to get up into the beds was doubled as bookshelves. So my younger son could grab a book, sit on his little couch, turn the light on, and sit there and read a book underneath his bed, which was dope. It turned out so good. I was like, I mean, it wasn't perfect. And by no means it was not perfect, but it was perfect for them. And it was, to me, I was so proud of it. And I was kind of like the beginning. Next thing you know, I was building a table, build another table. People were like, ooh, can you build me a table? And I'm sure the person that I built the first table for, I'm confident he can't possibly still have that janky table. Like, it was not, it looked good, but it was not well crafted. Lyle, if you can hear me, I'm sorry. I didn't know what I was doing back then. I'm a lot better, I promise. But I mean, it's been heck of fun, just like the learning process of figuring it all out along the way. I've learned so much with all the little things that I've tried to do over the years just to make myself happy with what I was doing, you know? And I love woodworking. I love it. It's third in line of my favorite things. Like, singing is number one. And I love singing the most. That's my first love. And then comes tattooing, and then comes woodworking.
I didn't even get to talk about that.
Oh, we good. We'll come back. You know, maybe next time I come back, I'll have the EP out.
Oh, see?
And we can talk about that.
See? That's all I need. And then there's going to be other. So, look, I got a couple of mannequins that actually you can draw on now that they invented. Drawing mannequins that I can tattoo on. So now y'all can see some of where I done came up with something. I'm copyrighting that.
Yes.
I'm not doing this. Do not do this to me.
I be doing that stuff all the time, too. I'd be like, ooh, this is a good idea. And then you see it somewhere.
Oh, yeah. You like, I know, I came up with that first.
I recently heard somewhere like it's like this energy like realm in which you might think about something so much that it's like in this realm that frequency someone else can pick up on it. If you don't do it, somebody else will. You know, I don't know how real or true that is. I don't know anything. I'm just here to do tattoos and make people smile and, you know, kill the karaoke spot. But yeah, I don't know.
Well, honestly, I mean, I feel like that's it for Elevate EP. I don't know if there's anything else. Nobody else got any other questions? I don't see any other questions. There was somebody said something. I think they were just talking about they're happy for Halloween. I think that was it.
Come get some Halloween flash, man. All day walk-ins, $31. Pardon me. $31 tattoos all day. There'll be about 2x2, line work only. Yeah, I mean, we're going to have some fun. And the marketplace is there. So again, there's plenty to do while you're walking around the marketplace if you're waiting for your $31 tattoo. You can shop, you can hang out, you can get food. Please do not drink alcohol if you're coming to see me. You can do whatever you want after. That ain't none of my business. But everything is in the same building. So, you know, got Noms there. You got Essential Dip Delights and over 100 plus vendors for you to patronize that are local. These are local people who are launching their businesses from the marketplace. So there's lemonade, there's all kinds. I mean, cookies, there's baked goods, there's all kinds of stuff. It's a lot of talent here in Akron that you wouldn't believe. Step foot inside the marketplace and you'll just see.
Mm-hmm. I'm eating everything in there.
The Tuscan chicken sandwich.
Oh my God. No, please don't. Dang, my head.
Yo, they made me some pasta salad yesterday. I was like, what? It was huge too. Like,
and a big bowl?
Huge bowl of I devoured it. And then I couldn't, like, was that yesterday? See, that was today. That was today. I was so sleepy. Uh-huh. I was so sleepy after that. It had chicken in it and bacon.
Oh my God.
And it was a normal pasta salad with chicken and bacon on top. And broccoli. And then just cheese.
I'm done, y'all.
You're like, I want to go back to the marketplace, but they closed.
I'm done.
Because I'm hungry again.
Open the marketplace back up so I can get the chicken sandwich, the breakfast sandwich.
All the things.
Well, y'all know where to go. So
I said it a million times.
That's it. Anything else?
Nope. I will keep talking until like 2 a.m. So I'm gonna zip it right here and throw the key away because I know me well.
We are good. Well, that is the Elevate EP podcast episode. I hope y'all enjoyed this, and we are about to be out of this